This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. Welcome to TPC Sawgrass, known for one of the most terrifying holes in all of golf, the 17th Island Green. This is Rich Lerner alongside my colleague Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. We'll be calling all the action for today's event. And for fans, Frank, it's one of the most exciting venues in the sport.
With that finish, 16, 17, and 18, you never really know what you're going to put on your scorecard. The fans know that, and the players.
First hole here at TPC Sawgrass, 423-yard par 4. Nice way for players to get started. Frank, not too demanding, but still, it requires that you put the golf ball off the tee in the right place.
That's correct, Rich. There is a little bit of water down the right, but that's only really for the grandmothers in the field. Anybody else, drive it down the left, 3-wood, even a 2-on if you're a longer hitter, and then a good chance to start with an opening birdie.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours. Should be safely on deck.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. This for birdie. -1 in the early going. Always nice, Frank, to put the peg in the ground coming off a birdie.
Well, this game's all about reward, and we just saw that back there. Now, can you be rewarded 2 holes in a row? Ah, nice.
Looks good. Good contact, good result. Great lie. What a great shot. He has really hit it a long way. Frank, I know you love boxing as I do. McIlroy has that big punch knockout ability. It has you on the edge of your seat because, you know, at any moment, he might end the fight.
Yeah, there's always a spark there, or a little simmer, and you think it's just going to burst into flames at one stage and just ignite Rory over any stretch of holes.
That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. And now a putt from 24 feet away. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Not a real hard game, is it? Birdie, birdie to open. Now the par 3 third.
Not overly long, but 2 is a rarity here. Difficult green, and you don't see a lot of tee shots actually finish close here for some unknown reason.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
And that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Well, this would be nice, Frank. I mean, you talk about jump-starting a round. If he were to make another birdie, he really had it going in the right direction.
You can sort of feel it too. People around me know. I've seen the birdies to this point.
Frank, the bunker on the right, I wouldn't call that a pot bunker. That is some kind of a hazard, isn't it?
Yeah, meanders all the way down the right side, but really it's the lesser of 2 evils. I'd rather be in that bunker on the right than the hill on the left.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, the second here at the 4th is a dangerous shot.
Once again, this is another example of where you have to look at the green. Where exactly is the flag? If it's on that high portion, you've got to fly it all the way back.
A sensational shot right there, Frank.
Oh, you start beating your chest after a shot like that. That's the best we've seen into this hole to date. Starting to get a little bit of a roll and looking at another one.
Really playing well. Let's see if he can add another birdie. Drops another birdie and moves to 4 under on the day. Fifth hole here at TPC Sawgrass, long par 4. What's the challenge, Frank?
Depending, really, if you're long or short hitter, the long hitters have the luxury of taking it over the corner of the bunker down the right. Shorter hitters really play at that bunker down the left, 320 run out.
I mean, he just blasted it down the fairway, well over 325 yards. Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second. It should be pretty good right there, on the safe side. Birdie try up next.
I've heard of being on the zone, but this is he's just making it look so easy.
Just sensational golf. I mean, he is knocking down every flagstick right now. What a performance. Beautiful looking shot right here.
There's always advantage of hitting it further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the two together, it's just straight up a head start.
Getting set for another approach. Our featured golfer really looks dialed in at this point.
Yeah, right now this is a great feeling to have as a golfer. Your swing's good, the timing, it's almost like it's just completely natural. You don't have to think. The swing is exactly where you want it to be. So really you're just looking at the flag in front of you.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Man,
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. It's a very makeable putt here. He is currently 5 under for his round. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Seventh hole here at TPC Sawgrass generally plays into the wind, one of the stadium course's most difficult greens to hit, Frank.
It's a really weird, he's gone for a little extra. Can a ball explode?
That is big. I mean, really big.
Oh, huge. Huge with a capital H.
Busted that. Can't ask for much more here at the 7th. He has hit a good one. Now the game's #1 player, Rory McIlory, ready with his approach. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Will make birdie if this drops. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. Frank, this is a hole that I really like. The 8th, 237-yard par 3, just a necklace of bunkers surrounding the green. What's the best approach?
You come out through that chute or that hallway of trees there, and this being the longest of the 4 par 3s at TPC Sawgrass, the green actually plays much smaller than what it looks because of that narrow entry.
So 24 feet after that approach shot, Frank.
Yeah, it's well, just outside the what you'd think very makeable distance.
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Settles in over the putt. Well, you can see it there. Feels very good about what he's doing. That's a nice par putt. Stays at 6 under. Frank, I think this is one of the most fascinating holes on the golf course. The 583-yard par 5 9th hole.
With technology now, a lot more players can reach this par 5 and 2. Gone are the days where it was a true 3-shotter, but I remember when Sergio Garcia hit that 3-wood from, what was it, 270, 280 yards? Still one of the best shots I've ever seen.
He just blasted that one down the fairway. Out there about 325 yards. Okay, the second shot now at this par 5. He in the bunker, still with a chance for an up and down. All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know. It might just go in.
Rory McIlory looking to take advantage with this putt. Now to 7 under par. Excellent front side, trying to keep it going here on the second 9.
He's just playing beautifully, hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. Can he keep it going?
Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. Gonna need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
That's still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just write a par down at the end of the hole, don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here.
Shouldn't be a problem here. And that's in for a par. Let's go to the 11th. Now, it's a par 5 and a fun hole, Frank. You can make anything from 3 to 7 here.
And that's why, as the start of the back 9, especially on a Sunday, this becomes such a pivotal hole to start a run. Big body of sand down the left side that sometimes the longer hitters can get close to with the tee shot, but really it's the second shot. If you can reach this par 5 and 2, it's a very narrow green. The layup, well, it's actually an awkward layup, Rich, because you've got to push that ball to the left side, almost like a zigzag approach.
Second from an excellent lie.
Surely not.
Crucial eagle attempt on the way. This is a 19-foot putt. Frank had the touch of a plumber right there.
Yeah, you'd like a redo, wouldn't you? Wake up, wake up!
And getting ready for the putt. Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Up to the 12th, Frank, and a good birdie chance here.
Yeah, good old links, short par 4. This green really divides itself into about 3 sections. There's a little piece to the right, piece short left, and the one at back left. So as long as you know where the flag is, just push that ball into the section where it is. You get up there, you're only going to have 10 or 15 feet left for birdie.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing. It's tough to take an extra club out of that lie, Rich, because it's always in the back of your mind. If you hit it properly, it's going to email the green.
He gave that one everything he had, and he really gouged it, and still, it was short. Frank, how about that?
Well, can you believe that, too? I mean, could have hit the flag and bounced away instead, straight in. Amazing shot, and really deserves it.
Frank, so much focus on the back 9 here at the stadium course at TPC Sawgrass on the 17th hole with the island green. I think 13 gets lost sometimes, but the pros know this is a really good hole.
Oh, it can be disastrous, too. That's, I think, what you're referring to, Rich. There's a big ridge in the middle of the screen that bisects the top side with the bottom side on the left. So even when the flag's on the left, you don't have to go directly at it because that normally causes the problem with the wooden bulkheads down the left side and obviously the water left of that. So something on the ridge can often run down towards the left. But we have seen the odd hole-in-one here over the years.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
He has this attempt for par. Workmanlike hole. He walks away with a par. Frank, 14 is so often a pivotal hole here at the TPC Sawgrass.
It is, Rich, and when you see a player hit 2 shots comfortably on this green, you think, what's all the problems about 14? But when you see someone stray left or stray right, you realize that 14 is a real bear.
That is a heat-seeking missile. Look out. 325 yards and in the fairway. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either.
That was cruel. It looked like it was certainly going in.
Well, nice firm stroke. Just hit it through the break a bit, Frank.
You can't birdie them all. Still going along well.
Wow. Almost fell within just a few inches of dropping. 8 under par, middle round. Back to the TPC Sawgrass, the 15th hole. It's a par 4 as we make our way to this finishing stretch. And Frank, what's in store for the players here?
Another one of those par 4s around 450 yards. Ideally hit it tee shot down the right side, keeping away from that bunker, but that's a flat bunker down the right with no lip, so it's still not too bad. Biggest problem here is that green. So many undulations on this green.
And setting up here in the rough. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Well on the green, but far from the hole.
Yeah, a little bit of a head scratcher. A lot of work coming up here.
Frank, this is a cross-country putt. He'll have a go at it, though, for birdie. We'll see.
There's no backing down here. This is going to go up and down and all over the place. But a chance to go in.
That's all he wanted to do there.
Yeah, it's touch. And when you think from that distance, chances of making are almost none. So to guarantee a 2-putt, well done.
He can really get red hot with a putter. Let's see what McIlroy does. He's made it. You licking your chops here, Frank, as a player, when you get to this tee box?
Well, it's an opportunity. A 4 here certainly makes the mood better when you walk to 17 and then 18. So a 4 here is more than just making a birdie on a par 5.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Good tee shot right in the fairway and plenty long. Frank, this is just a pleasure to watch. A player hitting on all cylinders at the top of his game.
Notice it's just flowing too. There's not a lot of deep analysis going through his mind. Just one step in front of the other. If your swing's there, you don't have to find it. If your putting stroke's there, you don't have to find it. Just let it happen.
And it makes the green in regulation. Man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. This for birdie. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. Frank, a couple different ways to watch golf as a fan. You could follow your favorite player for a number of holes, or you can park yourself in one spot. I think one of the better ones is the hill behind the 17th at TPC Sawgrass.
Yeah, and that's why the reaction of the fans is so different. If you followed that player the whole way around, you've lived and died on every shot he's hit. Meanwhile, if you're stuck at a hole, you want to see some tragedy, you want to see some great shots, and consequently you get that divergence of different type of fan.
These putts keep the round together. Well, all right, now we're on a little bit of a run. 2 straight birdies. Now to the final hole here at TPC Sawgrass, 462-yard par 4. Frank, is this one of the toughest finishing holes in the sport?
It is, because the simple reason you've played 17 holes and the job isn't done yet.
He just blasted that one down the fairway, out there about 325 yards. Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second. Appears to be what they call a commercial play, very solid. That is classy.
Yeah, a chance of going in.
Frank, this would jumpstart the round. A third straight birdie.
Some good playing.
Frank, he took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting. Oh, that even caught me by surprise, Rich. I thought par was in the bag.
This now for bogey. Settles in over the putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.